Hey, I am back as promised. Rob here for Southwest Florida Television. Back for part 2 of my Thursday morning beach walk at Delnor-Wiggins Pass in beautiful North Naples, Florida. Thursday morning, the temperature has dropped since I started earlier. Right now the temperature is about 65 degrees. I'm up at Wiggins Pass, up by channel marker number 8, a familiar sight. See how fast those clouds are moving. Quite breezy out here, wind coming from the north. You can see how fast those little clouds are moving. The sun peeking in and out from behind the clouds this morning. Really didn't see a lot on my walk up here earlier. Picked up a nice little olive shell and a little nautilus shell, or was it, I forget what it was. Yeah, nautilus. Not nautilus. Can't think of the name of it now. Anyway, I got a couple little shells in my pocket. We're dealing with that red tide again. The red tide is back. I've seen some dead fish on the beach, not a lot of them. I did not smell it. Well, actually, I did get a little whiff of it when I went out into the waves, the breaking waves. Other than that, up on the beach, I really didn't smell it. But the red tide is back just because of the wind shift the other day. Not real bad, though. Good morning, good morning. How are you doing today?
Very well.
How are you doing? Did you smell any red tide?
I did not.
Okay.
I did yesterday.
Yeah, I got a couple whiffs yesterday.
I kept my mask on anyway,
It's-
because it helps.
It's supposed to be worse today, but I have really,
Yeah.
when I went out into the water, out by the waves,
Uh-huh.
could smell it.
Oh, really?
Where those waves are breaking, where it's kind of churned up.
Okay.
But on the beach, I didn't smell it. You're a good detector, though.
Yeah.
You smell it, I think, before me.
Yeah, well,
Normally.
I keep this on pretty much if I
Right.
get an inkling that
Yep,
it's
yep.
there. 'Cause otherwise, I'm just hacking away.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
exits away from me.
Oh, you too. See, the water is not, right now, it's nothing like it was yesterday. Those beautiful emerald greens, light greens, and deep blues. Now it's just kind of a murky color this morning. Partially because of the wind. Just stirring things up. You'll see it's a bit on the rough side out there. A bit on the rough side, but see, don't have those colors here like we had yesterday. The past 2 days, the colors up here were just out of this world. They were unbelievable. I shared some photos. Go back and look at those if you didn't see them. If you're a newcomer here, look at the pictures from the other day. Just amazing. Not yesterday. Yesterday it was all, we were fogged in yesterday. Really couldn't see any colors with the fog, or the clouds and the fog in the morning. Day before yesterday, gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I went on a little photo frenzy. Shared a lot of photos. We'll go up here and look for some shells, if there's any shells spread out on the beach. Didn't see a whole heck of a lot. I am seeing some erosion up here. Up along the edge of the beach here by the pass is getting chipped away by the currents. You can see up here in front of me. It's just shaved right off here. All along the edge here. Just North Naples, Florida. Wiggins Pass in North Naples, Florida, if you're just tuning in. There's some folks out in the water with their bags looking for shells. There's a few little shells sprinkled around the edge of the beach here, but not really anything that's catching my eye. A little olive shell missing its tip. A lot of people collect these when they have the ends missing, the little olives without the end on them. A lot of old fighting conchs out here. Huh. Amazing. Not really much of even the little shells. You know, sometimes I get down here close and find some neat little things. Nothing really jumping out at me this morning. Slipper shell. It's definitely a morning of little shells. If you're going to find something up here, it's going to be small. Bits and pieces. There's a piece of a moon shell there. Little worm. The end of a little worm shell here. Little fighting conch down there on the left. Lots of slippers. I don't know why there's so many slippers. I mean, there's you can fill a trash bag up with these little slipper shells here in the morning. I don't know why they're so abundant. That is probably one of the most common shells here on the beach, these slipper shells. Every now and then you'll come across a pretty good size one. Every now and then you'll find, this is an old one. This is an old little jewel box shell. You'll find some nice little jewel box, spiny jewel boxes every once in a while with their little spines on them. This is a really old, worn one. Little moon shell down here, upside down it looks like. Yep. Little moon shell. A keeper. Definitely a morning of little shells. I've seen a lot of broken Murex shells like this. This is one of those mornings where you really gotta take your time. Keep a close eye to the ground. Little olive. It's the little guys out here this morning for sure, for sure. Full show. Is that a little cone shell? Wow, what's left of a little tiny cone shell. Cool. That would have been a nice find, a little cone like that. If it was in good shape.
Morning.
Hey, good morning.
Did you see all the dead pufferfish? There's about 8 of them I counted coming up.
Really? I saw one.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of them.
That's what Mike told me. He said there was a lot of puffers, dead puffers.
They must have,
Were they puffed up?
a couple of them are, but they're dead.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah, it is sad
They're
seeing.
beautiful.
They are neat looking fish. Sad to see them like that.
Yeah.
Very sad. Other than that, you all right?
Yeah. Thank you again for that.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Did you?
Now, who makes those?
Our friend Donnie. She's the nurse out in Kansas.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, yep.
Beautiful. I have to get the contact information of some.
She's going to be with us eventually. Her goal is to transfer here. So, it'll be awesome, her and her husband.
I think my little guys would love those.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I've got more of them.
Okay.
And they're all wrapped up in, they have different pictures on them. You know, that I think there's about 4 different pictures. So yeah, all right. Okay. Nana. She was telling me about the dead puffer fish on the beach that she saw. She said she saw at least 8 dead puffers on her walk this morning. So sad seeing those guys on the beach. Hopefully this red tide gets the heck out of here. It just hasn't gotten far enough away. Just a wind shift and it's back on our beaches. Needs to get way out in the Gulf or just die. The red algae. Better if it dies. That water needs to get a little bit colder to kill it off. There's been a lot of people up here shelling this morning. A lot of them. Excuse me. Pee-wee. Stinko red tide. Every once in a while I get a whiff of it. Every once in a while I'll get a good dose of it. There's folks out here in the water looking. The water's just so cloudy. Really hard to see out there this morning. See the bottom. That's why I'm staying up on the shore. I'll settle for the little guys. The leftovers. The little leftover shells. A broken little moon shell down there. Kind of chipped up around the edges there. Haven't seen any nice scallop shells unless somebody grabbed them all this morning. Usually we see a few nice scallops. Usually I wind up picking up a scallop or two and taking it home, but not this morning. Well, I love scallops. Eating scallops. How about you? Man, scallops are awesome. That wind. Just blowing it on shore. Gotta straighten up here or I'll be walking hunched over for the rest of the day. Give you a view up to the north here. There's one scallop shell. That's funny. I haven't seen... We usually see a lot of little scallops on the beach, but not this morning. There's one little one. Almost the whole one. I'd take a peek in the water. I don't think it's very easy to see anything out there. Plus it stinks. Morning. Yeah, it's really hard to see down here. There's a lot of shells down here under my feet, but it's really, really hard to see them. Huh. Too rough, and the water's just not clear at all. Be a miracle to find something down here. Oh well. All I can see are conchs. Biting conchs. Oh well, I don't care. I got a couple little shells, couple nice little shells. That's all that matters. I don't need piles of shells. I've already got piles of shells. But yet every morning I still look for them. I can't resist. I cannot resist looking at the ground here when I'm walking the beach. There's a moon shell missing its little eye. Looking right into the top of a little tiny moon shell. A lot of little cockle shells this morning too. Seen a lot of the little ones. A lot of little cockles. Looks like a little murex. Yeah, a little murex shell. See that? My third trip. Good morning. Oh, there was a little olive shell down there I was going to grab. The waves just pushed it away from me, darn it. I was showing you this little murex. Where'd that little olive go? It was just a little one. Still counts as an olive though if it's got the tip. There you go, a little olive and a little murex. See how being persistent pays off? I told you it's all about the little shells today. That's what it was going to be. See, that kind of looks like a moon shell sticking out there, but it's not. Those always throw me off, the slipper shells. They're round backs like that. They look like little moon shells down there. Mossy Ark, there's a little moon shell. There's a little moon right there. It's got a little hole in the end, but it's all right. Little moon shell, nice little moon shell. This kind of hones my shelling skills here when I have to hunt for the little ones. As blind as I am. There we go. These waves kind of push things around. The little waves are our friends when we're shelling. They're our friends. The big ones are not our friends. They take things right out from between our fingers. Let's see. Look at what they just uncovered. Look at that little tiny olive shell. Look at that little baby. How cool is that? Thanks to the waves. There's one down there, but it's missing its end. Another olive. Lots of little mossy arcs. Seeing lots of little mossy arcs out here today. There's two of them piled up on top of each other. They're all over the place, the mossy arcs. All over. Haven't seen a lot of turkey wings. I hope I don't bore you with my shelling, you know, but it keeps me out of trouble, keeps me out of mischief. Be fun if you're out here with me. Come out here shelling with me one morning and you'll go home with something. If not, I'll dig something out of my collection. I'll give you a handful of shells out of my collection at home. You're not going to go home without shells if you come out here to the beach with me. Got to give me a little heads up so I know you're coming. What's left of a little crown conch, a little king's crown. These are probably my favorite shell of all. I only have a couple of them. These ones, no big ones. That is my one shell I'd love to find. Big one is a all right. I'm gonna walk back the other direction. Start heading down the beach. Of course, I'll be looking as I'm walking. Just can't help myself. Like a little kid in a candy store, I want everything. Yeah, it looks like the clouds have disappeared. Look at that. Look at that clear blue sky now. Look at that. Look at the sky. The clouds have disappeared. All around, 360 degrees, no clouds. Amazing the weather down here, how fast things change. Do a little shelling and the weather changes. Almost in the blink of an eye. I love it. The waves are kind of sifting through everything for me here. All right, here we go. My last look down here. One last look as I walk down the beach. See, it's all nice and wet here. Everything's been shoved around again. Beautiful little cockle shell there. The cockles are just gorgeous. And as you know, we find some really big ones here on the beach, really big cockle shells. You know, look under leaves and things too when you're looking for shells. Sometimes the leaves act like a little net and catch the shells. A moon shell eye, the eye of a shark eye. I call them moon shells. A lot of people call them shark eyes, cat's eyes. I heard somebody call them whale's eyes. A whale's eye shell, a whale eye. The moon shell. That's what Barb taught me to call them, moon shells. So that's what I call them. I always forget what these are. Always. I want to call them drill shells, but I don't think that's a drill shell. It's a nice size one though. Whatever the name of it is. That's kind of wild looking, huh? Two shells grown together there, bonded together. Wow. Looks like a lion's foot, huh? That's kind of neat looking. Look at that. That's cool. old scallop that's chipped up on the top. Would have been a nice one, nice size one, but it's chipped up. Just gonna go right around, pew, right around the corner here and down the beach. And maybe I'll find something else. I'm hoping. There's always hope. I never give up. Sometimes I just am amazed at what I find out here. Even if I go home with empty pockets, I'm still happy just to have the opportunity to come out here and share my walk with you, share my experience with you live. If you're watching live, I know a lot of you watch on YouTube. There's a lot of YouTube followers now. That audience is growing steadily. A lot of people abandon Facebook. As long as I keep each video under an hour, I can share it on Instagram also. I've been doing that when I can. So if you're an Instagrammer, you can find these beach walks on Insta-TV. There's Southwest Florida Television. Ooh, there's a moon, nice moon. Look at there. Looky there. Got me a moon. Wasn't expecting any big shells today, but got a moon. I love it. Well, we're running out of shells. Until tomorrow. Nana up there. Nana. Give you a look back up to the north. The wind's coming out of the northeast now, or north, mostly the north. It's hard to tell. I'm looking at the flags. If you look close, you can see the flags blowing over there. Windy, rough, and stinky every once in a while up there at the pass. think I have about 8 shells in my pocket. That ain't bad. That's not bad for a slow day. Yeah, there's Kevin. Kevin. No, it was slow today. All little stuff. One moon shell, but everything, it's all little.
What's this?
A moon.
That's a moon?
Yep.
Oh, they're nice, though.
I mean, yeah, there's some nice little olive shells, a couple little moons, nautilus, a little, what you call it, murex. But yeah, but it's all small. All little babies. Had to hunch over. Had to do the stoop. There you go.
I can't believe the gas is still there.
I know, isn't that something?
People build stuff up there, people can knock it down. That's nice.
Yep. Yeah, I smell the red tide at the pass.
You're always smelling red tide.
Everybody was smelling it. I smelled it out in the water too. There was dead fish. Now they're washing. Yeah, the puffers. Saw a couple mullets, but a lot of the puffers. It could be worse.
This too shall pass.
This too shall pass. Amen. Amen, amen, amen. This too shall pass. Kevin. I think that little turn that we saved on the beach is going to be fine. They usually just kind of flush their system out, kind of force feed them. They get sick from that red tide eating the darn fish. But I think that little turn's going to be okay. Can't believe how that sky has cleared up. All the clouds blew away. Nothing but beautiful, beautiful blue sky. Sun peeking through the pine trees up here. Glorious, glorious, glorious. Well, I'm going to call it a morning here. Thanks for tagging along. Thanks for being a friend. Thanks for being a financial supporter. If you like what you see, if you want to send a little contribution, a thank you, a tip, you can find a link to my PayPal account in the text description of this post. And I certainly do appreciate it. The end of the month coming up here, all the bills are due. I kind of count on two things here, your friendship and your financial support. That's what keeps me coming back here in the mornings, keeps this page going, keeps the photos coming, the videos, the live feeds. Uh-oh, jellyfish down here. Where'd he go? Just washed up onto the beach. Little jellies down here. Not good. Jellyfish are coming up onto the beach. There's one right there. Huh. All right. Hey, have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. I'll see you out here tomorrow morning, God willing. Weather permitting. It's supposed to be cool out here tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Hey, somebody's added some shells to our shell tree, to our official Southwest Florida Television prayer tree over here. I love it. 3 cockles have been added. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is our official Southwest Florida Television prayer tree up here in Area 5. Look for it, just kind of sitting here all by its little self in between the sea oats. Or sea grapes. Sea oats. Sea grapes. I love it. Very cool. All right, I am out of here. Thanks for watching. Tally ho, everyone. Tally ho. Have an awesome, safe, and healthy Thursday. See you tomorrow morning. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. God bless.